Welcome back to Braintree Today. I'm Martha Konstandinidis and you're watching BCAM TV. Now we'll be getting into our latest stories from the week.
Welcome back to Braintree Today. I'm Martha Konstandinidis and you're watching BCAM TV. Now we'll be getting into our latest stories from the week. The Trump administration's sweeping overhaul of the Social Security Administration is raising major concerns as the agency prepares for massive staff cuts and office closures. Acting Commissioner Leland Dudick admitted in a recent meeting that the agency is being directed by the Department of Government Efficiency, rather than its own leadership, as it moves to eliminate 7,000 jobs, about 12% of its workforce. Critics warn the cuts could severely impact the agency's ability to deliver benefits to the 73 million Americans who rely on Social Security. President Trump has repeatedly pledged not to cut Social Security benefits, but both he and Elon Musk, a key DOGE advisor, have made misleading claims about fraud within the program. Despite growing bipartisan concerns, the administration continues to push forward with its plan to shrink the agency, leaving many retirees, disabled Americans, and low-income families uncertain about their future access to benefits. House Speaker Mike Johnson has unveiled a stopgap government funding plan to keep federal agencies running through September 30th, aiming to prevent a potential shutdown on March 14th. The proposal, backed by President Donald Trump, includes $6 billion in defense spending increases while cutting $13 billion from domestic programs. While GOP leadership insists the bill is a clean measure without partisan add-ons, it does allocate funds for increasing deportation under immigration and customs enforcement. House Democrats, including leader Hakeem Jeffries, have vowed to oppose the bill, calling it harmful to social programs and federal workers. Despite opposition, House Republicans believe Trump's endorsement will help secure enough votes for passage next week. A vote is expected Tuesday, but if the bill reaches the Senate, it could face a showdown as Democrats weigh whether to risk a government shutdown in protest of the proposed cuts. SpaceX launched another massive Starship rocket on Thursday, but the test flight ended in failure after the spacecraft lost control and broke apart minutes after liftoff. The 403-foot rocket took off from Texas, with its first stage booster successfully caught by mechanical arms at the launch pad. However, the spacecraft on top experienced engine shutdowns as it flew eastward, causing it to spin out of control. Contact was lost less than 10 minutes into the flight, and flaming debris was seen falling over Florida. The flight was expected to last an hour and deploy 4 mock satellites, but trouble struck before reaching its intended altitude of 90 miles. SpaceX confirmed the incident as a rapid, unscheduled disassembly and noted it had alerted safety officials. NASA has booked Starship for future moon landings, and SpaceX CEO Elon Musk envisions using the rocket for Mars missions, but repeated test failures continue to delay the progress. A total lunar eclipse will turn the moon a deep red early Friday morning across the Western Hemisphere, with the best views in North America and South America. This celestial event occurs when the Earth's shadow fully covers the moon, creating a blood moon effect as sunlight filters through the atmosphere. The eclipse will begin at 2:26 a.m. Eastern Time, reaching its peak around 3 a.m. and will be visible for 1 hour. Unlike solar eclipses, no special glasses or equipment are needed, just a clear sky. Astronomers say Europe and Africa may catch a glimpse, but the setting moon could make viewing difficult. If you missed this one, the next total lunar eclipse will take place on September 7th, visible across Asia, Africa, Australia, and Europe, with the Americas getting their next opportunity in March 2026. Your morning coffee is about to get more expensive. The price of wholesale Arabica beans has soared past $4 per pound, doubling in just a year, with retail prices for ground coffee hitting a record $7 per pound in January. Experts say weather disasters in Brazil and Vietnam, the world's top coffee producers, have caused significant crop shortages, pushing prices higher. Supply chain challenges and a new European Union law restricting coffee linked to deforestation could tighten supply even further. Despite rising costs, coffee remains an essential purchase for many, with J.M. Smucker CEO Mark Smucker noting that consumers continue to buy it regardless of price hikes. With no clear substitute for coffee, industry analysts warn that the price surge is likely to continue, meaning your daily caffeine fix will cost you more. Thanks for watching Braintree today. We'll be right back with more after the break.
Hi, I'm Tom Lyons, a retired captain from the Quincy Fire Department and the author of the book Fighting Fire, A Proactive Approach. Cooking is the leading cause of home fires. Unattended cooking is the leading cause of these fires and related deaths. Therefore, keep a close eye on your cooking. If you must leave the kitchen, bring a utensil with you as a reminder of your efforts. Set a timer for food taking longer to cook. Turn pot handles towards the back of the stove. Keep a lid nearby when cooking. If a small grease fire starts, slide the lid over the pan and shut off the burner. You can take an active role in your safety. Cooking safety starts with you.
Welcome back. While the long-rumored Amazon Fresh grocery store location never materialized in 2021, a recent real estate deal could bring the project back to life. Waterstone Properties Group has purchased 86,000 square feet of space in the marketplace at Braintree for nearly $30 million, including the area between Nordstrom Rack and Ulta Beauty, where Amazon Fresh was initially proposed. In a news release, Waterstone confirmed plans for a national grocery store at the site, but has not officially announced which chain will move in. Marketing Director Andy Gendron stated that the grocer would be revealed as soon as able. If Amazon Fresh is the tenant, it would mark the chain's first location in Massachusetts. Amazon Fresh currently operates in 9 states and is a subsidiary of Amazon, which also owns Whole Foods. No word yet from Amazon, but residents are keeping an eye on developments. Braintree Town Hall has announced an important event for local veterans. On Friday, March 28th, the Foster Veterans Center will host a Welcome Home Vietnam Veterans celebration from 10 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. The event honors Vietnam veterans and their families in recognition of National Vietnam Veterans Day, offering a moment of appreciation for the service and sacrifice. A historic Braintree church that served the community for over 80 years was demolished this week to make way for a new age-restricted condominium development. Crews are dismantling St. Thomas More Church and its neighboring school building on a 15-acre property at 7 Hawthorne Road and 338 Elm Street, with construction expected to begin as early as next month. Developer George Clements, who purchased the property for $3.2 million, plans to build the residence at Hawthorne Preserve, a 51-unit community for residents 55 and older. The church, built in 1940, closed in 2022 after the Archdiocese of Boston determined it was no longer needed. The project is still awaiting approval from the Braintree Conservation Commission and Planning Board, with meetings scheduled for the coming weeks. If approved, Clements hopes for some units to be ready for occupancy by late autumn. While acknowledging the loss of a beloved landmark, Clements emphasized that the project would provide much-needed housing for older residents while honoring the site's legacy. The Sun Will Rise Foundation is teaming up with the Boston Backpack Project to support local families in need. Community members can donate items like clothing, toiletries, or snacks by dropping them off at 541 Washington Street in Braintree, now through Friday, March 28th. For those unable to donate physical items, monetary contributions can be made via Venmo to the username @thesun-will-rise. The partnership aims to provide much-needed supplies to families facing hardship, and organizers are encouraging local communities to help make a difference. The American Red Cross is asking Braintree residents to help save lives by donating blood at the Braintree Community Blood Drive on Monday, March 17th. The event will take place at the Braintree Moose Lodge, located at 175 West Howard Street, from noon to 5 p.m. To schedule an appointment, donors can call 1-800-RED-CROSS or visit redcrossblood.org and enter Braintree. As an added incentive, those who donate in March will receive a $10 Amazon gift card by email. Braintree's Department of Elder Affairs is offering a variety of activities for residents 60 years and older. Recurring events include Bingo Size, the 10-week program which is held every Tuesday and Friday at 11:30 a.m., pool sessions on Thursdays at 12:30 p.m. with Kathy, and Friday movie screenings at 1 p.m. Special events include Irish music and boiled dinner for $10 on March 15th at noon, bingo on March 19th at 1 p.m., and part 3 of Discover Your Encore on March 20th at 1 p.m. For more information or to sign up, call the department at 781-848-1963 after 9:30 a.m. Thank you for watching Braintree Today on BCAM TV. We'll be right back with more stories in the area.
Hi, I'm Tom Lyons, a retired captain from the Quincy Fire Department and the author of the book Fighting Fire, A Proactive Approach. Home fire deaths have been cut in half since the early 70s when smoke detectors were first marketed. Having smoke detectors in your home can double your chances of survival in a fire. 60% of residential fire deaths occur in homes without smoke detectors. Thus, smoke detectors must be present on each level of habitation. Photoelectric smoke detectors are required within 20 feet of a kitchen, bath, or shower. They are required on the ceiling outside bedrooms no further than 10 feet away. They are also required to be present on the ceiling at the base of stairwells. Additional placement may be required depending upon the year the home was built or when a substantial addition was added. Create a safe home environment. Maintain your smoke detectors. Thank you for doing so.
Welcome back to Braintree Today. Now let's get right into more stories. If you filled up your gas tank recently, you may have noticed a slight drop in prices. Massachusetts gas prices fell to an average of $2.95 per gallon for regular fuel last week, down from $2.99 the previous week, according to the U.S. Energy Information Administration. That's a 6% decrease from the $3.15 per gallon average this time last year. Over the past year, prices in the state have ranged from a low of $2.95 on January 13th to a high of $3.60 on April 29th. Massachusetts drivers are also paying 4.1% less than the national average, which stood at $3.08 per gallon a week ago. Hingham school officials are vowing severe disciplinary consequences for the person responsible for drawing a swastika on the boys' bathroom wall at Hingham High School last week. The hate symbol was immediately removed by custodians on March 6th after students reported it to school officials that morning, according to interim principal John Buckey. In an email to the school community, Buckey condemned the act, stating, quote, "Anti-Semitic symbols have no place in our school. Such expressions of prejudice are completely unacceptable," end quote. He emphasized that the student responsible will be disciplined under the school's code of conduct if identified. The incident is still under investigation by Hingham school officials and Hingham police. Quincy Police Chief Mark Kennedy has raised concerns about the inhumane conditions in the department's aging cell block, which regularly fails state inspections due to broken sinks and toilets. Built in the 1980s, the facility lacks temperature controls, leaving detainees to endure sweltering heat or freezing cold, sometimes for long weekends if they can't make bail. Kennedy described the conditions as really inhumane and emphasized that detainees are often left without blankets, showers, or recreation for extended periods. The new $170 million public safety headquarters, set to open in October, will include an upgraded holding area with proper air circulation and functioning facilities. Meanwhile, Quincy police have begun transferring detainees to Norfolk and Suffolk County jails to avoid long detentions in substandard conditions. A Weymouth mother is bringing comfort to families with premature babies through her nonprofit, Caroline's Closet. Megan Block started the initiative after her own daughter, Caroline, was born at 34 weeks and spent time in the neonatal intensive care unit. Block remembers the moment her husband told her that a nurse had brought their baby an outfit, marking the first time Caroline had worn clothes instead of just a swaddle. That small act inspired Block to help other families by stocking local NICUs with baby clothes. Since 2020, Caroline's Closet has provided 5,000 outfits to families at South Shore Hospital, Mount Auburn Hospital, and soon Massachusetts General and Boston Medical Center, offering a sense of normalcy during difficult times. St. Patrick's Day on the South Shore is a time-honored tradition, and there's some events you won't want to miss. The 31st annual Scituate St. Patrick's Day Parade kicks off Sunday, March 16th, drawing thousands with marching bands, festive floats, and Irish pride. Known as the largest parade on the South Shore and the third largest in Massachusetts, it's a must-see event. Abington's St. Patrick's Day Parade also steps off on March 16th at 1 p.m., starting at St. Patrick's Square and winding through town, featuring decorated floats, color guards, and spirited performances. Both parades bring out the best of Irish heritage, with fundraisers and celebrations leading up to the big day. So grab your green attire and get ready for a festive weekend filled with music, tradition, and plenty of Irish cheer. Thanks for watching Braintree today. We'll be right back with more in sports and entertainment. Welcome back to Braintree Today. Now here's Chris Curran with the latest on Braintree High School sports.
The Braintree High School boys basketball season comes to an end in the round of 8 with a 48-40 loss to the third-seeded Newton North. Let's see highlights from that game. Newton North was able to strike first with a 3. They kept the lead for all but a few minutes of this game. They came out of the first quarter with a 7-point lead. As Braintree normally does, they stepped up in the second, keying in on Newton's offense. They outscored Newton this quarter 12-8, leaving them with a 3-point deficit. The third quarter was evenly played with both teams scoring 11. Braintree still down by 3 going to the fourth. Braintree was able to get the lead for the first time in the game early in the fourth, but that only lasted a few minutes before Newton was able to take over again. The game slipped away from Braintree at this point, leading them to an 8-point loss. While the girls came out of the round of 8 with a 3-point win over the 5th seed Woburn Memorial. Let's see some highlights from that game. This game was played tight with each quarter ending within 2 scores. The first ended 14-11 Braintree. Woburn lived by their 3-pointer while Braintree diced them up offensively. The second ended 24-20 Braintree. In the first half, Braintree only had 3 players making an offensive impact, but big impacts they were making. The third was played tight with both teams scoring 8, Braintree still up by 4. Woburn was able to make the game close, only losing by 3 points in the end. Braintree goes on to play the first seed Wachusett Regional. On the other side of the bracket, the second seed Bishop Feehan plays the third seed Springfield Central. Braintree has his work cut out for it if it wants to go on to win the state championship. Catch the rest of the playoffs on BCAM TV Sports, Comcast Channel 9 or 1073 for HD, Verizon Channel 28 or 2128 for HD, our YouTube channel BCAM TV, or our website bcam.tv. Let's send it back to Martha in the studio.
Thanks, Chris. This week in entertainment, we have 3 recommendations for you to watch. First, Longlegs follows FBI agent Lee Harker, who is assigned to an unsolved serial killer case that takes an unexpected turn, revealing evidence of the occult. Harker discovers a personal connection to the killer and must stop him before he strikes again. The film stars Micah Monroe and Nicolas Cage. You can watch Longlegs now on Hulu. Up next, Novocaine follows Nathan Kane, a man incapable of feeling any physical pain due to a rare condition. When the girl of his dreams gets kidnapped, his condition becomes an unexpected advantage in the fight to rescue her. The film stars Jack Quaid and Amber Midthunder. You can watch Novocaine now in theaters. And finally, Mickey 17 follows a disposable employee who is sent on a human expedition to colonize the ice world, Niflheim. After one iteration dies, a new body is regenerated with most of his memories intact. The film stars Robert Pattinson and Naomi Ackie. You can watch Mickey 17 now in theaters. That'll do it for news today. Remember, if you're a customer of Verizon, you can watch BCAM TV in high definition on channel 2128. You can also now see us in high definition on Comcast on channel 1073. I'm Martha Konstandinidis, and thank you for watching Braintree Today on BCAM TV. We'll see you next time.